Welcome to Align with Jen, where we discuss more than health. I'm here right now with my amazing little brother.
Thank you.
I just want to start off by thanking him for encouraging me to start this podcast since it's my first one ever. So thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you. It means a lot knowing that I inspired you in some way, especially considering since you and Michelle are always the ones setting the tone or setting the example for me to follow since I am the youngest.
Yeah.
And now I find myself in a situation where like I'm the leader for once.
Yes,
so it's
you
pretty
are.
cool. It's pretty cool. Not only that, but being the guest, being on this side, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, it relieves a lot of pressure and it's very relaxing over here. So.
Yeah, you can just chat away.
Yeah, no, I will chat away, but I'll be quiet. I'll let you talk. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. I love it. So for this first episode, I want to basically introduce myself and tell my story, since I have been asked many times at several clinics about chiropractic medicine or how I even like got into it, which is just interesting overall.
Everyone wants to know your story. They're all
Everyone
curious.
wants to know, I guess.
Tell them your story. Tell them your story.
Well, have you been asked?
A few times. I mean, I feel like it's a very common question, especially when you first meet a patient or a patient's family, in my case.
Yeah.
They just want to know my backstory, but then, sometimes I'll give them a little bit more than what it actually is. Like, I'll give them the lengthy version or the short version, depending on the type of person, right?
Right.
Depending on the family.
Yes. When you just took that from me.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. I saw a look on your face.
I was like, wow.
I stole that from Jenny.
Yes. Good. He definitely stole that from me, because whenever patients ask me about my story, I'm always like, do you want the short version or the long version?
Hey. Yeah, I definitely stole that from you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry.
I'm just
I forgive
messing
you.
with Thank you.
But yeah, it's usually I give them the short version, since we only have a few minutes with them. So I cut everything down like and put it all in 5 minutes. But
Wow. Yeah.
it just all depends on how much time I'm like working with them, and
Sure.
and I try not to be boring. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want them falling asleep while I tell my story.
You're definitely not a boring person. That's something that you're not. You're not boring. You're a
you.
social butterfly. I feel like you're a very fun person to be around. You bring a lot of good energy to the room.
Good vibes.
But good vibes, man. Yeah. So yeah. What's the lengthy version right now that we have time?
Are you sure you want to hear the lengthy version?
Yeah, we have. Trust me, we have all night. We live here.
We live here. Have you heard my story?
Just I feel like a paraphrased version, not the full text. You've told me before that you got, due to your injury, that's what led you to down your path, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Because you were injured in soccer, that led you to getting PT, right? Because of your knee, because your knee's terrible.
They're not terrible.
Your one knee. The other knee is okay. Your right knee's
one knee.
messed up. I don't know what it is with this family and knees, but or the Amaro family.
Okay.
Our cousin.
Ooh. Oh. My goodness. You're horrible.
He has I don't know if he wants me to say this, but he has a bionic knee, it's gone.
Totally forgot. Oh my goodness.
But that was his own fault. He loves to dance and he got injured.
Yeah, he got a little too excited.
And I think it's his right knee too, right?
It is his right knee.
And look at that. Something with your right knee. I gotta be careful. Yeah.
We all have to be careful.
Right. So what's the lengthy version of your story?
Well, before we dive into that, let's take a quick break. This ad is brought to you by health professionals. Thank you for all your hard work during this pandemic. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So you were going to tell us, or tell me,
Tell you.
the lengthy version of your backstory of as to how you got into chiropractics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how far back do you want to go?
Let's go way back. Let's go 2003. No, let's go 93.
Get out of here.
Back to 93, back to October 15th.
Oh my goodness.
That's where it all started.
No.
Your life was nothing but sadness for about 2 years up until I got here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it was really sad. Those first 2 years without you.
Yeah, right? And then I
Yeah.
came along and I just brought nothing but joy.
You
and
did.
Happiness.
Yes, 100%. You're like
Yeah.
spot on.
Yeah, no, thank you. I know. I get told every time.
I'm sure. No, but seriously, I think you know most of it, or
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
For the most part, I know some of it. All I know, like I said before, that you have a terrible knee. You're pretty much walking with a cane these days.
I am not.
I can hear your knee cracking
Okay,
as you walk up the stairs.
Okay, not all the time. There's a couple times.
You need help getting in and out of the car.
No, I do not.
And I do know that when we go to like through metal detectors, you get held and you get put aside because I gotta scan your knee because it's
Oh, that's such a lie.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad.
No,
Hopefully it doesn't get to that point.
It's not that bad.
All I know is that it can get pretty bad sometimes when you twist it a certain way. But from what you've told me as to how you got into chiropractics, you just told me that you got injured in soccer and you got PT, and that's where it all started, right?
Yeah. Back in high school, I got injured. And it was, I've had several injuries throughout, obviously.
Yeah.
But this one injury definitely took me out for the season, at least for a few weeks. And I had to do PT. So that's honestly when I first started getting interested in physical therapy. And during that time, I believe it was my senior year.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember exactly.
Were you concussed as well?
I know I was not concussed, but
you were. You were. Remember that girl elbowed you in the head? That was
a different time. Like,
I was gonna say that explains why you have a gap in your memory.
Possibly.
It's okay. Anyway,
you're so goofy. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I got injured. I know senior year I decided to take anatomy class, and a lot of it, I believe, was because of that injury. And being with a physical therapist, it kind of intrigued me and encouraged me to study anatomy and see if I even was, one, good at it, and two, liked or enjoyed studying it, which I did. I love the human body, or studying the human body. So it was just great. For that reason, I decided to go to Bradley and study there.
Shout out Bradley.
Yeah, shout out to Bradley.
So many memories.
Yes, I decided to study there, health sciences. So, and basically they have a program. So for you to get into the DPT program, most students take the health science undergrad degree, bachelor's degree. So that's why I did that. But during my time there, I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to pursue physical therapy. At least towards the end, I wasn't certain. So I decided to take a gap year.
Okay.
And during that gap year, I went to work at a subacute clinic where I got exposed to physical therapy on top of other therapies like OT, speech therapy, and like nurses, CNAs,
you definitely
rehab doctors.
You got a little bit of everything in that gap year. That's awesome. That's
yeah.
great.
So it was really cool and a pretty neat experience because I had to follow each therapist during my time there, and I got to see what they did and how they went about treating their patients, which was wonderful. But at the same time, like during during that period, working there, I realized I didn't want to do physical therapy.
Really?
Wow. Yes. So I loved like the rehab exercises, but I didn't want to just do that per se. So I really wanted to do something more, and I mean something that involved it, but it not necessarily focus on solely like the rehab exercises. So a lot of, even during that time, I think I was talking to a nurse, and she's the one who introduced the idea. She told me to look into chiropractic medicine and see what, if that was something something more along the lines that I wanted to do.
Yeah. That's very nice of her.
Yeah.
Considering like she's recommending something other than her profession.
Well,
you know?
No, she was a nurse.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like, instead of recommending you to become a nurse, she's like, you know what? Maybe you want to try this.
True.
Don't be a nurse. Do this instead. Maybe she was second guessing her own career. Who knows?
No, she was an older like nurse. She already had kids.
Okay.
Like she was
shout
just
out
like,
that lady.
yeah,
So
she was so sweet. I loved working with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just interesting how she like introduced it, and she even guided me to the school I went to, the chiropractic school. She told me to look into it.
She was your Obi-Wan Kenobi. You were Anakin Skywalker.
I guess you can put it that way.
Tomorrow's May the 4th, so that's why.
Oh, you're all
Star
like,
Wars reference. I'm so excited.
You're
but anyway.
so excited. Yes.
So you talk to your Obi-Wan Kenobi. She tells you about the school. I know. What's
she
next?
tells me. She tells me about the school. Oh, I can't be serious with you, honestly.
Sorry.
But she tells me about the school. I look into it, and I think it was during that time where our mom was going through back issues, and she originally was told she needed back surgery, but you know, she had other options, and her other options were stay off any physical like work for 6 months or PT, try physical therapy. So I remember she didn't work for a couple months, so she did the 6 months like waiting around to see if it gets better. And because of that, it did. Well, obviously she didn't improve, so then she went and did physical therapy, which did seem to help her a bit, but it wasn't like the right.
Yeah, it wasn't as beneficial for her because she was always in pain. Not saying that was a cause of it, you know, because what's that saying in science? Correlation does not mean causation.
Yeah.
So just because she had pain and she was going to PT, it doesn't mean that the PT was causing it.
Right. Yeah.
But I think I get you. Like it just wasn't for her.
Yes.
But it was very scary because we all didn't want surgery, or didn't want her to get surgery.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what to do because we thought that PT was a solution, and we thought it was the only solution.
Yeah. Well, that was those were the two solutions she was given to begin with, honestly.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure how she got into chiropractic medicine, but she went to go see a chiropractor. So at that time, I'm not sure how she did find a chiropractor or how it happened, or
she might have just drove by it. I think from what she told us. I think.
I don't.
Yeah,
remember,
but thank God
honestly.
she did. Thank God she did.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he fixed her pretty much.
I wouldn't say fixed, and I don't like that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So how would you describe? I mean, now that you know, right?
Yeah.
Like, how would you describe like the procedure that went on there?
A procedure. Okay.
Or not a procedure.
So let's pause there because you're getting a little ahead of yourself. Honestly, you're gonna confuse people.
I'm
so
sorry.
we're gonna go on a short break.
Okay. This ad is brought to you by behavioral therapists all over the country. Thank you very much for improving the livelihood of children and adolescents all over the place. I know it's a very challenging field, both physically and mentally, but I know that we're all doing our best just to give these kids a chance at living a normal life. So big shout out to you guys. representing the ABA community.
Welcome back to Align with Jen, where we discuss more than health. Now, before I jump back into what we were talking about, or what I was trying to talk about,
random dive.
Albert is just taking me like all over the place, and it's so hard to bring him back. But anyway, I just want to clarify, like, there was actually no fixing in terms of like her treatment.
Okay.
And it's not procedure. It's not like she's getting surgery done. She didn't get surgery done.
Yeah, my terminology is just all over the place because, I mean, I'm not a medical expert, unlike you. That's why I think I use different terms, like many people.
No, yeah.
But we don't know the meaning.
Yeah, but I just wanted to clarify that didn't happen. She did get adjusted several times, but did end up helping her. And I think a lot of it is both, you know, the chiropractic adjustments and the therapy, the rehab exercises that ultimately ended up helping her, or just simply moving, you know,
sure.
Instead of staying inactive or whatnot. But in terms of going back to how I got inspired into getting into therapy, into chiropractic care. I'm all over the place, but
runs in the family,
right? I was just like, wait, where was I? So her mom's situation was actually what inspired me to look into it a bit more, because I knew there was something there, and I wanted to learn what was there.
Yeah.
I was just intrigued by it, and the fact that she got better after visiting that chiropractor several times, rather than solely like doing her physical therapy, is what, you know, I was just like, okay, I need to know what's going on.
Right. Some kind of black magic going on.
No, I know it seems, I know it kind of seems like it sometimes, but there really isn't. It's all evidence-based. So shout out to my school for that. They definitely know how to push you towards that. So going back, because of mom's situation, I really wanted to do that. And the lady, obviously, the nurse that helped me look into it. Yeah, what did you call her? My
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Shout out to her, seriously. But yeah, I mean, and it was interesting. I was kind of nervous to tell the physical therapist at the subacute clinic that about my choice, because they knew I wanted. At first, they knew I was interested in physical therapy. But once I told them I changed my mind and was looking into chiropractic medicine, they were very supportive. And good. I love that. And I remember a physical therapy, the assistant, she was like even looking stuff up for me on chiropractic care, and she's like, you should look into this chiropractor, he does this, like, oh, wow. And so she was giving me like research that other chiropractors were doing, or like articles on certain chiropractors, and that was really neat. The fact that she was like taking time out of her day to look things up, or even was intrigued by it and like decided like, oh, Jen would like this, you know.
I think that shows more about, I mean, not only their character, their willingness to help, but it also shows a lot about you and your character and the type of person you are, because the fact that A, they weren't upset, and B, not only they weren't upset, but they're willing to help you and look up like places that like chiropractor research articles or something like that, like the assistant, what she was doing. The fact that they're willing to help you after you told them I'm not going to be a PT, it just shows the type of person you are. Like, you're just a people person, you know. They liked you that much that they're willing to go out of their way to help you out, you know, which is very nice.
It was really sweet, and I appreciated all of them and the team itself. But I think it was a great experience because I realized it just wasn't for me. Like physical therapy wasn't for me, and thankfully I got that through working there. And like I said, PT and all those other therapies are amazing, and then I think it's some people like excel in those careers, but I'm just glad I realized that wasn't my way.
Other than being like halfway through PT school and then regretting it, you know.
That's true.
It worked out. That's really good.
So I was very thankful.
Yeah. So when did you finally decide? So not only with mom and with the lady and her help, but when did it finally click, like in your head, that you know what, I'm going to start applying to this, and for, I mean, most importantly, like, how did you decide the school?
The school?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So to begin with, I decided as soon as I was in this like rabbit hole. I was like of it. Like I just wanted to know. Like
I just need information.
I just need more info. I wanted to learn so much more, and I thought that was the best way for me to learn more.
Did you check out Reddit?
No.
Do you know what Reddit is?
I've heard of it.
It's awesome. If you like rabbit holes,
I would probably stay there forever.
Going on a rabbit hole for like chiropractic. But anyway, sorry.
But yes, anyway, going back to me. Yeah, so I love the fact that I could become a physician in the state of Illinois and in other states. But I loved the scope. I loved all the information that I can learn. So that's what got me excited to jump into it. And in terms of school, I honestly wanted to stay close to home.
Okay.
And I didn't want to spend more money going out of state. It would have been a great experience, but I did the whole like away from home spiel.
The whole shenanigans.
Yeah, so
undergrad life.
I was like, nah about it. I was just like, I want to stay home. It's 20 minutes from home. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I can study, come home, be with you guys.
It's a beautiful campus too.
Yes.
It's a very nice campus.
It's cute. It's small compared to some other schools, but it's great because the whole purpose of it is to study, and that's all the space you need.
Yeah,
honestly, like I a lot of time you were in like the same classroom.
Yeah,
but
so it's funny that you mentioned studying because that was actually my next question for you. Not that, because I'm curious. I mean, I saw the people you were surrounded by.
Yeah.
Your classmates, your peers. All very smart. Hilarious, by the way.
They're funny.
Your one friend?
Who?
I think he knows who we're talking about.
Okay, we're not going to mention names?
We're not going to mention his, unless you want to. I mean, I don't know if they're comfortable with it.
That's fine.
But you know who I'm talking about. The very funny guy.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Dark hair. Super funny guy. Anyway, when I met them, I was like, damn, like these... No wonder Jenny hangs out with them because they're all super smart, super ambitious.
Yeah.
But I was kind of just curious as to like what the whole process was for like what the process was like for you going through chiropractic school. Like, was it hard? Like, because you always hear about the terrifying stories of like medical school or like just grad school in general being insanely hard.
Yeah.
And it scares a lot of people. So I mean, was that the case for you?
It was honestly, it was really hard, especially, I mean, to me, the hardest thing was making time to study, and all the information that was thrown at you. So I know like the first trimester or two, no, more like 3, those were the first 3 were the hardest for me because I was always trying to stay on top of everything,
right,
and always studying the most that I could. I know I like pushed myself a little too hard, I think, at first, but once I got the hang of it, you know, like as you pick and choose, like I'm gonna spend more time on this because I don't fully understand it, or I was, you know, like you realize which classes you need like the time for. But at first I would just try to study for all of them, like spend a lot of time on all of them, which was kind of ridiculous looking back.
Because you wouldn't leave whatever your study area was for that day, like your designated study area for the day.
Yeah.
Wherever it was, you wouldn't leave that spot like all day. And it got to the point where like, even I was like, is she going to go out? This is so unlike Jenny. Like, is she going to go hang out with her friends? Is she going to go outside? But it's just the fact that you were studying so much. And that kind of worried me because I'm like, damn, if I want to go to grad school, like, I have to study that much?
You're like, never mind.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I don't want to.
Yeah. That must have been tough, though.
It was, and it was stressful. And so, but it's fine. I mean, that's what got me through, studying all those hours and putting the time into it, even though it was stressful. Because you're trying to manage not only schoolwork, but your life outside of that. So family time, friends, and whatnot. Yeah. So it was hard because there was a lot of times I had to say no to a couple things, but I always wanted to be part of it, just be there for my friends. No, not necessarily FOMO. It's just like I just like being there for them, and for me it just it kind of didn't sit well if I said it out. I just felt bad.
It could be my friend's wedding and I won't show up and I won't feel bad.
Really?
I'll shoot him a text.
I would feel so bad.
I'll shoot him a text like, hey man, congrats on the wedding. Cool. See you
Send
later.
him a gift or something. Oh my goodness.
I'll quick pay him like $50,
Yeah.
Congrats.
Horrible. No, that's not.
I'm just kidding. I'll be there. Me. I'll be there whenever the time comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so balancing all that school stuff was hard for you. So what kind of advice would you give to someone who is either currently going through that or is planning on going to chiropractic school?
I would say manage your time wisely throughout the week. Don't try to I know a lot of us do this, like cram it all in a day, like studying or work-wise, whatever stuff you have going on. And definitely make time. I know school is important, but you should definitely make time for people that are currently in your life that are important.
For sure. Yeah, because I mean, school is very important. Don't get me wrong. But then you kind of just need to live day by day. And that's been my philosophy
lately. Yes.
These days. I've always been a very laid back type of dude.
Yeah.
But these days I have a lot going on. School, work, this podcast, just other activities. But like you said, appreciate the people in your life that care for you. Right. Shoot them a text, just something simple like that.
Yeah, or make time for coffee, make time to meet them for lunch, anything, honestly. Because that time you're never going to get that time back. And that's the one thing I kind of regret is being so stressed and focused on school that I didn't realize or fully take in the time that I had with other people.
Yeah. So they say money can buy everything except time.
That is very true.
Time is the biggest, what do you call it? It's priceless. I forgot the saying. Somebody else can look it up. But pretty much saying that you can get anything in life except that time back, Right. Time doesn't forgive. That's the saying. We're getting deep now, but
yes.
But I mean, that's just it's very true though. Just take it day by day. Appreciate the people in your life.
Yeah, manage your work. You'll be fine. Just do your best. At the end of the day, it's like if you pass that class, that's an accomplishment. You're moving on to the next one.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yes, for sure.
If not, just drop out, dude. Whatever.
I mean, many people do that. So.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, everyone has their calling, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I'm glad. I'm really glad that you found your calling, and you found your passion, and it's something that not only you love, but it's something that you excel at, and you're so good. So as your little brother, I'm very proud of you and everything you've accomplished. Not only that, because it doesn't end here, dude.
Yes, no.
You're gonna keep going. Like I said before, baby steps. It's a ladder,
Right.
one step at a time until you get. I mean, you have so much potential.
Thank you. Which brings me to
random dive.
a random dive. You need to go check out my brother's podcast because he's clearly
Shameless.
obsessed with it.
Shameless
which,
plug. Yeah.
It's okay. Go
Yeah.
check it out though, because
thank you very much.
he keeps bringing it up. And he takes me on these tangents.
I just love talking. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but I did too. But
Sure. Clearly.
clearly we both do.
Yeah.
But it brings me back to I just want to make a little announcement just to be on the lookout. I'll be announcing soon where people will be able to come see me as patients.
Okay.
Yes, so
Nice.
yeah, I know. I'm excited. I had a photo shoot today, professional photo shoot.
Okay.
So that information will be out there soon, and hopefully, people like sign up real quick.
Hey, I'll be your first
Yes.
patient. I love that. That is so exciting.
And it's honestly, it's I think it's great.
Yeah.
Timing wise, it's a blessing in disguise. Even though I've been out for like 4 months now,
Yeah.
I think it's slowly like all falling into place.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
You know what this means?
Huh?
It means opening day party. An opening day bash.
Okay.
Like a block party.
Okay, you're getting a little ahead of yourself.
To announce that
it's
you're
okay.
going to open up. Oh, that is so sick. Well, congratulations, Jenny. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
All right, we're going to go on a break now. This ad is brought to you by family and friends. Thank you guys for all your support. I really do appreciate all the help that I got during my time in school. Thank you. Welcome back to Align with Jen, where we discuss more than health. So, welcome back, guys.
Welcome.
So, this pretty much sums up my first podcast. So, I just want to thank you, Oliver, for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me, and more than anything, congratulations on your first podcast. You did amazing as a host, and I'm very excited to see your guests, your next content. I'm going to be directing behind the scenes.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, so if you can please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at Align with Jen. And also you can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Okay, guys, this is my first time, but
You're doing great.
Yes, and subscribe to my YouTube channel,
Hey.
Align with Jen, and please comment and push that like button.
Smash that like button.
Please, por favor.
There you go. I'll be your first subscriber.
I appreciate that.
For sure. Thank you for having
But
me.
yes, thank you guys. If you're still listening, I'd be very surprised. If you're still watching, I'd be very surprised too, but I'd appreciate everything.
And keep an eye out for her grand announcement.
Yes, keep an eye out for that, please. I'm so excited. I'm excited to officially start, so definitely keep an eye out for that.
I'm excited to retire early and just live off of your money.
You're funny. All right, bye.